Welcome into Bank OZK Arena for the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports. It's the final game of the night. And for the second time this year, Melbourne and Osceola facing off. We say hello courtside. JB Brazil alongside Justin Acree. These two teams have played twice, but this time it's for all the marbles.
Yeah, a lot more on the line tonight, obviously. We'll see a ramped-up intensity, maybe see a ramped-up nerves a little bit too, JB. We'll see how it goes tonight, see how they handle the pressure.
We're going to have 3 games concluded tonight, and the one previous, a lot of fun, high-octane offense from both sides.
Yeah, absolutely. Saw some great shooting in this one, without a doubt. And there's Corey Sanders from the corner for 3. She was red hot in this game and had a game-high number of points, leading her team to the title. She was your MVP in this one as Lamar beats previously undefeated Dover for the state title in 3A girls basketball. We had a couple of good ones earlier today. Really looking forward to this one tonight and the games to come beyond today. So we've got 4 more tomorrow, 4 more coming up on Saturday. And looking at the Friday schedule, the Queen and Pulaski Academy, speaking of undefeated, PA's girls haven't lost a game yet this year either. Morrilton and Mills ought to be a war. You got Greene County Tech and Farmington. Farmington girls have been dominant with 1 loss on the season, and they've got an outstanding freshman. Then Benton and Maumelle should be phenomenal. Looking forward to it. Coming up on Saturday.
Yeah, we got Fable Northside to begin. These are the heavyweights. Bryant Springdale, the boys game, and then the 1A games to conclude our championship weekend. Westside and Earl, and Mark Tree and Earl, both Earl boys and girls team trying to win for both times. And here we go. First half tip-off coming up right after this.
This broadcast is underwritten in part by...
Since 1937, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas have been providing power to homes, farms, and businesses across our state. The cooperatives are member-owned and work together to serve Arkansans. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas proudly support high school students and athletics in Arkansas and hope you enjoy watching the state championship games on Arkansas PBS Sports. Better connected together. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas.
UAMS is a proud supporter of Arkansas PBS Sports. UAMS Health provides orthopedic and sports medicine care across Arkansas, supporting athletes and teams throughout the state. Find out more at umshealth.com.
When the students of Little Rock walked alone through the mob, you cried with us, but we had to walk it alone.
It kind of tells a story about how we used to live. We loved it very much back in Arkansas on the cotton farm.
Number 1 choice for this ballot was Daisy Bates. It looks like Johnny Cash walks the line, so congratulations to those 2 great Arkansans.
We want our memories through our statues to tell the story of Arkansas.
Most of my figures that I create on my own, most of those stories are about destiny.
She was somebody that wouldn't let go until she saw some progress.
These amazing artists who have so much to say and have so much influence all around the world came from these very humble beginnings.
Everybody at the Johnny Cash show that night, he was only singing to them.
Grew up in rural Arkansas, blue-collar Americana.
That sense of they're just the little kid from wherever.
Thursday, March 20th at 7 p.m. right here on Arkansas PBS.
Welcome back to Bank OZK Arena. It's almost go time. Here's the starting lineup presented by Winrock Automotive. Tyler Bell, Maurice Washington, Chris Wilkins, Jerian Long, and Jeremiah Jacob, number 12, Long. He's going to be our player to watch tonight. For Melbourne, it's Hayden Edwards. He's the mainstay in the rotation for the Bearcats. Colin Teague, Malcolm Hammock, Tanner Williams, and Brennan Birch round out the starting 5. Starting lineups have been announced.
Let's take a look at how Osceola got here. Subiaco Academy 51-47. Then Helena West Helena 74-51. Really none of these games competitive. Elkins 51-37. They were up by 17 at the half. They've rolled into the championship game to take on these Melbourne Bearcats. Player to watch for them, Jerian Long, the 6'4 senior, 15 points and 9 rebounds a game for Osceola Seminoles.
Jarian Long, his dad, Jerry's actually a 2-time state champion as well in the sport, so he comes from a family of championships.
And let's take a look at Melbourne and their road to the finals. Lincoln 61-59, so a tight one out of the gate. Then dominated Prescott by 35, Lamar by 36. In that game, Williams and Edwards 23 each. And again, up 43-21 at the half. Both these semifinal games were over at the break, basically, JB. And so we will see if that goes this way tonight. I'm guessing a little more competitive. Hayden Edwards, 16.6 points a game, 8.9 rebounds a game, nearly 4 assists per game. And he shoots 56% from the field and 43% from 3. How do you do?
Not that good, I can tell you right now.
Well, here we go. About to get it underway. And jumping center, you got it. It's going to be Malcolm Hammock, the 6'5 senior, against Jarian Long, the 6'4 senior for Osceola.
Osceola in the home whites and Osceola in the blacks. Here we go. Left to right starting for the Seminoles. They look to set up some offense. They're going to move fast-paced. That's the name of the game for them. Melbourne, again, going to have to limit the second chances, handle the defensive pressure. Seminoles' first jump shot of the game. Too strong off the backside from Tyler Bell, and Edwards pulls down the boards. Looking to push, too fast, ahead of the pack. Malcolm Hammock a little out of control, and that's the first turnover of the game.
There's your adrenaline rush, right? You got to play under control in this setting, and it's hard to get your nerves down. You want to attack, and you feel like you got an opportunity there. And throw one away for a turnover. And again, shot clock issue here. They're going to clean that up. We've had a few problems with that throughout the game so far. Not significant, but 1 or 2 maybe a game. So they'll get that reset and go. Good crowd on hand here. Melbourne in their red. Fans over there behind the bench, and Osceola in the purple.
There's a good crowd on hand as well in the girls matchup.
Oh, phenomenal. Lamar and Dover, they were into it, man.
They travel very, very well. Still looking for our first bucket of the game. Jeremiah Jacobs, guarded out high by Colin Teague. By the way, his dad's the girls basketball coach at Bryant. Long with it, kicks it over left wing. Shot clock's winding down a little bit. Deep three, Washington rims out. Battle for the board, out of bounds. Last touched by Osceola, and Melbourne will have it back. There's a look at head coach Logan Bailey. Previous girls coach at Cabot. Logan Bailey, actually, college roommate with Brock Witters, good friend of yours there, Justin.
Never heard of him. Jason Harris, Reginald Johnson, and Michael Durham are officials tonight as well. Wanted to mention them.
Yeah. The left-hand floater gets you to go. Hayden Edwards right on cue with the game's first bucket. It's a really good find inside. Got open space. Downhill into the paint. High percentage look pays off. They haven't had a chance to see Osceola's tight defense just yet. They haven't made a bucket.
Bearcats coming out. A little different look defensively. There's a deep three and a bucket there.
Get it down. Deep shot gets them on the board. Not applying the pressure early is Osceola. They lane back and play half court D.
Tyler Bell opening the scoring for the Seminoles. Right wing three-pointer put them in front.
Lob out high, Melbourne. Nice touch pass, kick it out left wing. Thought about the three, trying to drive inside, kicks it around, swing pass right wing. In the corner, trying to drive, doubled up a little bit. Hammock, nice find to Edwards, can't get the teardrop to go, stays with it though, trying to keep it alive, but he throws it to Maurice Washington. Athletic play, Washington end to end, can't get it to go. Melbourne looking to push after the miss. In transition, Birch feeds to Hammock, won't go, but he's headed to the free throw line.
Boy, on that last possession down by Melbourne, and they pressing the issue there. There's head coach Bryant Bazemore, but man, I think a missed opportunity there for the Bearcats. I think everybody thinks that. It was a brilliant pass underneath. They just could not make it pay. Edwards couldn't finish it, but a fantastic pass by Hammock, and now they get another opportunity, this time at the free throw line. Free throw's good there by Hammock.
6'5" seniors Malcolm Hammock. He does a good job of attacking in the paint, getting the right spots. Cleanup guy.
68% on the season. 5:40 to go.
All square at 3 apiece. Gets them both. Puts Melbourne back in front. So a bucket to begin. 2 free throws now for Melbourne, and the only shot made so far for Osceola.
I just saw Coach Bazemore a moment ago. It's his 3rd year at Osceola. How about Logan Bailey in his 1st year at Melbourne, getting them to the state championship game? Kind of set the bar a little high there, Coach.
No kidding. Fadeaway jumper from Long off the back rim, no good. They got to try to double after the rebound to no avail, and now Colin Teague pushes it head to Hammock, and he's blocked off the backboard. Wow. Jarian Long flashing the athleticism. He went up and rejected that one, pinned it off the backboard.
There's some dudes in this game, there's no doubt.
Fun to watch, no question.
Oh my.
Wilkins, spin move, pull up, can't finish the job, too strong, and Melbourne's got the board.
They're letting him play. Wilkins got into the chest there of the defender, had him sent him flying, no call.
Tanner Williams kicks it out left wing. Brennan Birch, too strong on the triple try. And the rebound tracked down by Jarian Long. He's been everywhere on the defensive side.
Birch 35% from three. He was already heading the other way, JB. He thought that was good.
A little Steph Curry, huh?
Yeah, he was heading the other way.
Washington looking for some space, gives it off. Tyler Bell wants another three, and he buries it.
2 threes for 2, and he's got 6. All 6 of Osceola's points.
And the lead is 2 for number 2. Tries to go for the steal, couldn't get it. Bounce pass from Birch. They'll kick it over into the corner now. Williams with a nice lane, puts it up off the glass and in.
With a 2-footed jump stop there, under control, gets under balance, and kisses off the glass to tie things up. His first basket of the game.
Melbourne does a good job of attacking downhill, moving, knowing the ball movements there. It creates those open looks. Jarian Long picks up his dribble, has to kick it down at the elbow. Through contact, throws it up, got it to go. Tyler Bell, he's got 8. Now Colin Teague for Melbourne bringing it ahead. Seminoles back up by a bucket. Birch, now baseline. That one's cut off from Edwards. Back it goes, 3 more. Brennan Birch knocks it down.
He was sure that one was good too. That one actually was, though. His first basket of the game puts the Bearcats on top.
9-8 Melbourne. They'll owe you a break at the next stoppage of play. 3:10 to go in the opening quarter.
Seen a recurring theme with Jumpman uniforms. Bearcats have them. Osceola at Nike school. Nice bucket inside there, going up. It's strong for Jarian Long.
That was a really nice play. Very patient too, didn't try to do too much. Gives Osceola the lead back. Bearcats trying to respond. Colin Teague, he gets double, gets tipped away. That defense out high causing problems a little bit. Now Brennan Birch, deep 3 left wing. That one's short. Jarian Long, another rebound.
Pretty ambitious shot there, well behind the 3-point line. And we're going to, again, shot clock issue. And we're going to get the media timeout as they sort that out. 2:34 left in the first quarter. Osceola leading at 10-9. You're watching the Centennial Bank Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
The future of Arkansas PBS, its programs, and its irreplaceable purpose all rest on a strong foundation of community support. Help us continue to impact lives for generations to come. Keep good going with a tax-deductible donation of just $5 a month. Visit myarpbs.org/donate to learn more.
This broadcast is underwritten in part by
Centennial Bank supports communities across Arkansas and is a proud supporter of the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS Sports, providing financial services since 1999. Member FDIC. More at my100bank.com.
Support for Arkansas PBS Sports comes from Wendy's. The seasonal menu includes options like the mushroom bacon cheeseburger. Availability may vary by location.
Well, that sounds scrum-diddly-umptious.
Buddy, after a long day of work, I can't think of anything better.
Back to action, 2:34 to play in the opening quarter. Osceola up 10-9, leading the way. It's your man Tyler Bell, 8 points, 2 points for Jarian Long, and then for Melbourne. They got 4 players in scoring column. Edwards, Williams, and Hammock each with 2, and then 3 for Birch.
Yeah, Bell 3 of 4, 2 for 2 from long range.
Yeah, he's been clutch for them early. It's always tough at a state title game. Osceola, by the way, they've made it 8 times. They've won Out of the last 7 times, 6 of the last 7 state title. That's a high percentage of winning in the big dance.
Great steal there by Tanner Williams, and then Bearcats throw it away on the other end. Playing a little too fast. Ty Lawrence, a sophomore, couldn't come up with it.
That's what
over his head
Osceola
and out of
does.
bounds.
They push that tempo on you, right? Defensively, try to speed you up. You get the takeaway, then try to go a little too fast. Problems there. Ty Lawrence is checked into the game for Melbourne. That last stoppage of play. And here's Tyler Bell.
Also, Cale Bray into the game for the first time, the 6'4 senior. Ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to be off of Osceola.
That was Cash Spann, the junior, also in for Osceola. Couldn't handle that one. Turnover gives it back to Melbourne. They force now their second turnover of the game. And then there's a near steal. Almost lost it. He did lose it. Scramble. It's a jump. It'll stay with Melbourne. That was nearly disastrous.
Yeah, Ty Lawrence has had a tough start. He had a ball thrown out of his range, and it goes out of bounds, and now he dribbles himself into a near turnover. It ends up in a jump ball. That was completely unforced. He saw a couple of defenders and sort of freaked out a little bit and dribbled himself into trouble. Got to get that out of there quick.
Lawrence will feed it over. Hayden Edwards, corner try. Brennan Birch, 3-ball rims out. Offensive rebound. Cale Bray trying to get rid of it. They doubled him in the paint. Nice find. Underneath. Too close. Edwards rainbows over the backboard, and then it's last touch out of bounds off of Osceola, so Melbourne will keep it on their end.
Well, Tyler Bell is human.
After all.
Yeah, couldn't quite come up with that one. But boy, their pressure defense making everything hard for Melbourne. Osceola leading by 1, and they're making things tough on the Bearcats right now.
Melbourne's second title appearance. It never won it. Birch off the curl. Bang from 3.
Now that ain't hard. Birch is feeling it. That's his second made long-range jumper. Averages 11 a game. He's got 6.
He is the sharpshooter. Coach Bailey talked about his three-point prowess, and then a response into the game. Cash Spann. Cash money from 3. So back the lead goes to Osceola with a minute to play in the first quarter. They'll go into the corner, ball fake. Tanner Williams back out high to Lawrence. Melbourne looking to find the open shooter. That's Birch, left him open again. Off balance, too strong, and Jarian Long corrals the rebound. Tyler Bell bringing it ahead for Osceola. 10 seconds, separate the shot and the game clock. Bell looking for that screen, gets it. Thought about the 3, now he kicks it out. Long the ball fake. He steps back, pulls up, that one's short. Offensive rebound, Spann goes up. It won't go, and Edwards has got it for Melbourne. They got a chance to hold for the final shot.
Yeah, I think Edwards blocked that one down low. And you're right, Bearcats need to pull this one out, be smart. Edwards going to go to work, though. Shot up and good with 11 seconds. The only downside is Osceola's going to get another look here, down by 1.
Didn't take enough time off, so Bell likely going to be the one to take the shot with 3 seconds. Behind the back, step away, 3. Buries it at the buzzer. Tyler Bell have a first quarter. Welcome to the state title game. Seminoles up by 2 after 1. Wow.
And that's the Tom Brady rule right there. Don't go too quickly. Don't leave him too much time. And they casually brought it up the floor. Tyler Bell knew what he wanted the whole time. He wanted a bucket, and he got it. 11 for Tyler Bell in the first quarter.
Are you ready for Quiz Bowl 2025? It's the 40th year of the most exciting academic competition in Arkansas, and it is live right here on Arkansas PBS. It's the Arkansas Governor's Academic Competition Quiz Bowl State Championship. Schools from all over the state square off right here in this studio to see who will come out on top. Don't miss a single question. Tune in or stream on the PBS app. Saturday, April 26th, starting at 9 a.m.
This broadcast is underwritten, in part by...
Summerwood Sports Complex in Bryant features 4 courts across 2 gyms, located off Interstate 30, offering space for tournaments, practices, and training. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS. More at summerwoodsports.com.
Welcome back to Banco ZK Arena. JD Brazil alongside Justin Acri. And you know what time it is, Justin? It's trivia time. What is the record for the most made three-pointers by a team in a season in state history? We'll tell you the answer here in just a moment. Got any guesses?
I have no clue. There's so many things I don't know, JB. Where do I begin? 8 minutes to go here. Starting second quarter play, Melbourne trailing by 2. Osceola starting the second quarter with the ball after making that big three-pointer by Tyler Bell.
Yeah, all thanks to Tyler Bell. They've got the lead again. Jarian Long going to work, splits the defense, tries to battle for the rebound, and he's going to be rewarded with a basketball. Last touch by Melbourne underneath.
Logan Bailey getting a little frustrated over there on his sideline. Don't know if it's with the officials or his team.
Washington gets it in. Bell, spin move, traveled first, turns it over, just the third of the game for the Seminoles. Now looking to apply some pressure out of that to start the second half. This is where Osceola can really wreak havoc defensively. Got to be careful. Brennan Birch, he's in trouble behind. Floats it ahead, they beat the pressure. That's Ty Lawrence. He'll now bring it out. Looking to go to work. In the paint, picks up his dribble. Lobs it out, and it's stolen. Dangerous pass. Christopher Wilkins jumped the route.
Yeah, Lawrence has had a tough run here so far, be honest with you. There's a three-pointer straight away. Nope. But a nice clear away by Bray. But, yeah, Lawrence has got to get his emotions under control here. There's another near turnover, and it is. Boy, Osceola relentless.
And then Cash Spann, he's blocked on the other end. Good defense in transition from a man, Kyle Teague. And it looks like Coach Bailey wants to talk things over. Taking a little look at this rejection.
I mean, he rose up and said, no, sir. Forget about it.
So let's go back to that trivia.
Okay.
Most made three-pointers in a state history game.
I want to know the most blocked shots now after that one. How about
Bergman?
343.
That's a lot, huh?
That's a lot of threes. Did they shoot any twos that season? That's remarkable.
That's a lot of points.
That's
Goodness
insane.
gracious.
How many points is it, JB?
343 times 3. It's going to be in the thousands. 1,100 something maybe. Quick math.
4, 3, 9, 12, 2, 11, 29.
Oh, 1029.
1029.
Yeah, well, see, I threw you off with the 11. That was my bad. You would have got it, I'm sure. 16-14 Osceola up.
Those are the numbers that matter. 16-14. That's the only math we need to do.
That's right. And that adds up to be 30, by the way. But and if you looked early this team, it was an 81-72 game when these two teams played. Combined, what, 173 points? Goodness. It's a high-octane offense from both sides. Floating that one up from Melbourne. Brennan Birch won't go. Gets his own miss, and then it's knocked away. Osceola forcing another turnover, the 5th of the day.
These guys, it's almost like they're playing with 15 arms out there. I mean, it seems like there's a hand in the passing lane. There's just nowhere to go with it half the time.
Osceola's defense, that's been the name of the game for Bryant Basemore, the head coach. 3-ball try for Maurice Washington, rims out. Melbourne looking to push. Edwards, he has to pick up his dribble, nearly lost it. Did lose it, but it was a foul on Maurice Washington. That's why, and Melbourne will have it on the sideline.
Good thing Sam Lane, Democrat gazette reporter to my left, had a cap on his water. Might have had a wet computer there.
That is never good.
No. I hope they don't hit my Mountain Dew, but I'm protected by this Arkansas PBS Sports Monitor, I think.
Well, you know, earlier we saw Kyle Sutherland get a handful of passes towards him out of bounds. Melbourne in the paint. They'll kick it around. It's Tanner Williams back over left wing. Colin Teague lost it. Osceola, 6th turnover of the game, and then they throw it away. Hayden Edwards slowing things down a little bit. Osceola's pressure defense has caused problems. We're going to have a stoppage of play. Oh, no. Don't like to see this. Malcolm Hammock, little shake it up at the end of that play.
He landed hard on that left elbow, I think, is the issue. They're going to go get a look at it. And Cale Bray's going to come on for him. That would be a big blow.
Yeah,
Hammock's
presence.
11 in the semifinal. Hammock's playing well, 12 points a game this year, and they're going to take him over and let the trainer look at him. That's not good.
He's holding that.
Well, maybe a wrist, maybe left
yeah.
wrist. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And then an answer, big shot. Hayden Edwards, the triple tray knocks it down.
That is fortunate. Edwards 43% from 3 this year, just ridiculous.
That's some good numbers. Birch is normal three-point shooting guy, right? A little bit lower percentage, but he puts up more. But whenever Hayden Edwards launches from perimeter distance, he is lethal. Long, a little bit out of control, but he was fouled first.
Wow.
Underneath the basket.
Not a lot there from what they've been letting go.
Yeah.
56%, by the way, on the year for Edwards from outside, or from the floor, rather. That is, I haven't seen anybody shoot it that well so far this year of the numbers I've seen.
Well, especially a guard, right? Normally you're going to have a paint guy that can do maybe those numbers, perhaps.
If you make 43 from 3, that helps. Makes it easier to shoot 56.
Sure. Opens up the game for you, right?
It surely does. There's a free throw miss by Jarian Long.
I think that's the part that's lost a lot of times. So when you got a guy that can shoot three and he's good at it, you got to come out and guard him. That allows his dribble drive game to open up. Edwards is a three-level scorer, so he can do it from just about anywhere.
Boy, missed opportunity for Osceola. 2 missed free throws, and the ball poked away at midcourt. I can't believe they didn't call a foul there.
They get the steal, though. Washington, he's blocked. They keep it in and save it. Seminoles trying to capitalize off the turnover. Corner three, that one's short. Another offensive rebound. Washington doing it all. His shot won't go. He gets another one and throws it up and in. Are you kidding? Maurice Washington. That's effort.
That is. I thought Edwards got fouled initially, but they are letting him go. And listen, they let a lot of contact go underneath the basket down there, too. Hey, listen, it's a lot more aesthetically pleasing that they'll let a couple of aggressive teams play it out. But again, I thought the poke away at midcourt might have resulted in a foul.
Teague hands it off in the middle. Right hand floating it up. Bucket for Cale Bray, the senior. Gives Melbourne the lead, 19-18.
Back and forth we go. Little teeter-totter action.
Boy, that's the 12th lead change already.
Yeah, this has been a fun one. And again, very intensely played game. And I give the Bearcats credit. Playing against Osceola would be miserable. These guys are so intense defensively. It's tough.
Long gets his defender on the deck, goes straight to the rack, can't get it to go. It's last touched by Cale Bray. He hit the deck earlier and then swapped it out of play, so it'll be Osceola's basket underneath the basket.
Aggressive, just wild shot up there. And Bray stopping, let the defenders fly by like Tom Cruise and his fighter jet, letting the MiG fly by and just get that bucket. Put the brakes on.
Christopher Wilkins tries to find Anthony Brown underneath, but he lost it out of play.
Yeah, he found him. Anthony just couldn't find the ball. It was a nice pass, and unfortunately couldn't hold on to it. Seen a couple of really good passes fumbled away here today, one from each team. That was dandy right there.
Cale Caraway checks into the game for the first time now for Melbourne. And there's that Osceola pressure again. They got 4 defenders now in the front court. Or in the back court. Trying to beat the pressure. Nice jump from Colin Teague. Trying to kick it out. It was taken away and saved back in play to Melbourne.
Wow, what a heads-up play there by Kyle Caraway. That looked like that was a sure turnover.
Now Colin Teague into the paint. Caraway trying to go to work. Kicks it out. That's a deep try. Williams for 3, off the mark, and the rebound to Osceola. Back and forth we go. We'll give you another break at the next stoppage of play under 4 media. Anthony Brown tried to kick it, saved in by Tyrese James. They call him tip-in James, and he didn't tip that in, but he saved it.
That ball was tipped out by Melbourne off of the official on the sideline. It'll be out off of the Bearcats, so Osceola will have the ball with 20 on the shot clock when we come back.
This month in Passport on the PBS app.
My name is Agatha Christie. I'm a novelist. My manuscript has been stolen by one of you.
We're not going to stop investigating, are we?
You couldn't have just started a book club, could you?
We got the body and a witness.
Hill, go on the target.
Family touches a nerve.
These and other shows from Arkansas PBS are available with Passport on the PBS app.
This broadcast is underwritten, in part by
Everett Buick GMC provides vehicles to Arkansas families and supports local organizations. Community involvement has been part of our story for generations. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS Sports. More at everettbgmc.com.
All right, let's take a look at our Arkansas PBS student all-star, Rylan Robbins from Flippin. Got a 4.0. It's a Flippin 4.0. Plans to play college basketball and obtain a degree in education. Let's hear it for Rylan Robbins. Getting it done on the court and in the classroom.
That's big time. And that's something, too, for Osceola. Our coach Brian Basemore talked about how these guys are highly academic. That's his goal, right? Get these guys, good basketball players, a chance to play collegiately at the next level. There's a few of these guys. Jarian Long, who's had some college interest.
Yeah.
Love to play at that next level.
Well, they're getting it done on the court. They're on a 17 out of 18 run here and trying to get another win that's going to mean the most. Down by 1 right now.
Tyler Bell, been the hero thus far, wants another 3. That one's Off this side, no good. Out of bounds, it'll go to Melbourne.
Even that play there, Caraway's in great position. Goes up, I got a rebound. Maybe not. You got to work for it, man. Everything is tough. Osceola is just all over everything. Another steal.
Almost saved away. But that's what they're doing. They're causing all kinds of problems. Now you got to get across. It's 2 seconds.
It's complete mayhem out here.
That's right.
That's what they want.
That's the calls, all that kind of intensity and increase that pressure. Caraway, the left-handed three. It's money. Caraway. Woo.
Scramble, scramble, scramble. Save, save, scramble. Chuck a three. Bucket. Wild. This is crazy. 4-point lead now for Melbourne.
That's right. 4 points. The lead for the Bearcats, largest of the game, and then a steal. Nice job defensively. Tanner Williams read that perfectly. Trying to push ahead, but it's knocked out of play by Anthony Brown.
This is the largest lead of the game for Melbourne. And here's how we got to that three-pointer. Teague out to the corner. Defender running at him, but hand down, man down, as they say. The three-pointer good.
The 4 points is the largest lead of the game. That's very telling of how this game's been.
There's no doubt.
Back and forth, nip and tuck.
Let's hope the end of the day, 4 points is the largest lead anybody has.
Oh boy, Edwards bumped a little bit, lost control. Washington to push. Outlet ahead, off the window. Jeremiah Jacobs welcome into the scores column. Just the 5th player to score thus far for Osceola. They got 4 players with just 1 basket. And then after that, it's been Tyler Bell. There's a foul underneath. That was Edwards. He draws those defenders. They collapse in on him. It hopefully gives other players breathing room.
There's the feed, the finish. Nice by Osceola. Fast break action. The bucket by Jacobs. And yeah, that was one where you don't need to reach in. JB, you got great defensive position. The offensive player is surrounded. And you reach in and give him a foul. Yeah, you're in great shape.
Nice feed on the baseline. Dish. Edwards can't get the tough one to go. And he's a little banged up. Slow to get up off before. We already saw Hammock hit the deck. And
Hammock's in a lot of pain over on the bench. He's not even sitting by his teammates. He's down with the trainer at the end of the bench. That left wrist is it looks like hurt. He looks really upset, obviously, because he can't get back in there right now. And I'm sure he's dealing with some pain, too. I saw him, it looked like it maybe slipped him a couple Tylenol or something to try to ease it. But he's in a tough situation, and it'd be a big blow to not be able to get him back.
Colin Teague trying to go straight, and it is sent the other direction. The block for Osceola. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. What a crossover. Williams blocked again. Back-to-back blocks for Osceola. The defense flexing the muscle.
It's remarkable. You think you got an easy layup. Nope. Just kidding. Tyler Bell doing it at both ends.
Sure is. He's been impressive to watch. Jarian Long, little shimmy. Into contact, floats it up, won't go. They get the offensive rebound. It's Maurice Washington. Who else? He's been an offensive rebound machine, and then he's swatted away.
Colin Teague just met him in midair and said, give me that. Knocked it away. Wow.
Edwards, nice feed. Williams, he launches it up off the window, and Melbourne's back up by 4.
And honestly, I would not have been surprised if he missed that layup. I mean, you want to rush everything because they're getting there so quickly defensively, and even when you feel like you got an open shot, forget about it. They're on top of you.
It's so tough to turn off the internal clock, right, to speed up. That's what Osceola does good, the mental side of that defensively. They push the tempo, increase that pressure, and it causes all kinds of problems. Seminoles trailing by 4, though, right now. Tyler Bell, he's been the dude, certainly today. Spin move, throws it up from the elbow, and he's fouled. He'll go to the charity stripe.
Well, there haven't been many called. And the thing is, I'm going to give the officials a lot of credit. I hope it continues in the second half. But they're really letting them play at both ends. And the way they play, it makes for a great show for the fans. That one's one you got to call, obviously. And Bell will go to the free throw line.
You don't want to slow the game down, right? You want these teams to play at their pace. They both like the fast-paced part of this thing.
I would not want to play against either one of these teams. It's more fun when you're playing and everybody's sort of sitting back or calm down. I can occasionally pass the ball without being disrupted. Sure. Maybe get a shot up without you blocking it. You know, that's no fun, JB. I mean, goodness. Free throw's no good for Bell, but he's having a whale of a game. He missed them both. Oh, boy.
There's a lid on the free throw line. Now Melbourne's trying to go quickly, but Osceola got back defensively in transition. Tanner Williams, ball fake on the 3, guarded by Maurice Washington. Swing pass around Colin Teague, the junior. Melbourne slowing things down a little bit now here in the front court. Under a minute to play until halftime. They're up by 4, trying to add to it. Dangerous pass, tipped and stolen. Turnover number 9, and they're trying to go end to end. Long, too strong in transition.
Hey, you know what a dangerous pass is against Osceola?
Any of them.
A pass, exactly. It's redundant.
Oh, goodness. And then they get another takeaway, at least momentarily. Scramble for the loose ball. They're going to have the kickball.
This is basketball or rugby. It is a wild scrum out here, folks. I love it. Let's go.
Frantic pace. Take a look at this.
I mean, you think there's a state title on the line or something, JB? This is nuts. Oh, my goodness.
Kick it there on the floor. They're going, everybody's flying.
I've never seen a final like this. This is crazy. Oh.
And then another steal. Got a chance for the highlight. Bell with a dunk. Cuts the lead to 2.
He's got a baker's dozen now. Tyler Bell balling out. Melbourne by 2. They can hold for 1 if they can hold.
Yeah,
that's the question.
That's been the question.
I mean, even that could be tough.
Edwards crossed over against Long, floats it up off the glass. Got it to go. Count it. How about Tanner Williams with a great, really nice play driving in.
I got to give like a 6.5 on the dunk by Tyler Bell. But listen, the 2 points were critical, and then look at this drive. And I think a good call by the official there. Good body control by Williams. Going up in the lane. Again, did he score too quickly with 4.7 seconds? Yeah. They got burned at the end of the first quarter on that. But they are up 4, and a free throw can make it 5.
Would be the largest lead of the game. Won't get it, but the offensive rebound by Edwards. Couldn't get the bunny to go. And that will likely be the final play of the half. Wow, 26-22, Justin. It was back and forth.
Oh, amazing first half. Incredibly fun to play. I mean, to watch. Incredibly intense on both ends. But huge missed opportunity right there by Edwards. A point-blank layup. But again, you get sped up mentally. Sometimes you miss those bunnies like that in a critical situation.
Yep, we got a dandy, though. Here at Banco ZK Arena, halftime from Hot Springs. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Since 1937, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas have been providing power to homes, farms, and businesses across our state. The cooperatives are member-owned and work together to serve Arkansans. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas proudly support high school students and athletics in Arkansas and hope you enjoy watching the state championship games on Arkansas PBS Sports. Better connected together. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas.
It is halftime at Banco ZK Arena, but don't go anywhere because this is Arkansas PBS, and here is where we tell Arkansas stories. Plus, in a few minutes, Christina Munoz will introduce you to the Arkansas PBS Student All-Stars. But first, Coach Charles Ripley is an Arkansas basketball legend, taking the Parkview Patriots to the state crown 5 times from 1978 to 1995. But Coach Rip, as he was known to his players, was admired much more for his contributions off the court.
When I think about Coach Ripley, this is a guy that every day he wakes up, he wants to make the world better with basketball in it.
Coach Rip, welcome to the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame. He's affectionately known as Rip, or Coach Rip. And for 3 decades, he's knocked them dead as the head basketball coach at Little Rock Parkview.
When I was in junior high, at that time, right before you went to high school, you had to take a vocational test. A couple of weeks ago, the score come back, the counselor comes in and says, "Well, Charles, we just couldn't find anything that you had was strength of interest or anything." I said, "Yeah, because I'm going to be a coach and be a dang good one." And there wasn't any coaching questions on that test.
Rip will definitely be known at the end of the day of being the basketball coach.
I want to thank my right hand and my left hand man, Coach Flanagan.
Came over at 89. Rip asked me, he knew he was losing an assistant, asked me to come over and work with him, and the rest is history.
If you ever see Coach Ripley and his body style, he's a little short, little round, stubby guy. There's no way. He couldn't even been a point guard, but had such a passion about the game that he made that passion his own. And it came out in his players and the records and the championships, and all that speaks for itself.
We measure success at Parkview by winning championships. We want to be the last team standing. Parkview is basketball. It's basketball, man.
You got to understand about those Patriot athletes. Number one, I spoiled them. Yeah, they know it.
He never thought twice about what it would cost to get into a game or what time his van full of aspiring young athletes might come rolling in the wee hours of the morning. He has no children, yet he's been a dad of sorts to hundreds of youngsters across our state.
His thing was, if I create great relationships with my players, those players are going to go out and they're going to perform. And if they go out and perform, we're going to win a lot of games. And if we win a lot of games, we're going to win championships.
I mean, they gave 110% for Rip. And, hey, you couldn't blame him, man, because he was just like a father figure to him. I mean, some of the guys that couldn't afford it, man, he fed them at night, after games and stuff, and he would do anything for you. He would even let you have his car, man, to go out on a date and all that kind of stuff. I tried to talk him out of that kind of stuff, but he wouldn't listen. He was just that kind.
He was imparting lessons. He was imparting anything he could give you to the day he died. And the fact that he probably spent his last dime, everything he got, on his players. That was his passion, that was his family, and he just kept giving.
Charles Ripley has been a difference maker, touching the lives of thousands along the way.
A week before that, I'd been out there to see Rip. He looked like everything was okay, everything was fine. At some point, he thanked me more that day than he ever have. You know, I should have caught that right off, but I didn't.
If you could say something to him now, what would you have said?
Well, I love you, big guy, and I kept that tradition going for you.
How fortunate can a man be to decide what he wants to do at 12 years old and start preparing to do that and get to do that the rest of his life? Couldn't play, wasn't an athlete, but I wanted to coach all my life, and I fulfilled my dream.
Coach Rip passed away in 2020, leaving behind a legacy of wins, but more importantly, a culture of caring. We salute Coach Ripley and all the coaches that bring a human spirit to the game. Now let's get over to Christina, and she's going to introduce you to some very hard-working student athletes. Christina.
Thank you, Steve. Earlier in the season, we reached out to schools all over the state looking for athletes who not only excel on the court, but in the classroom too. Here's the Arkansas PBS Student All-Stars class of 2025. We start off with the 1A girls. That is Isla Holzman with the Sacred Heart Knights. Isla has a 4.0 GPA and plans to go to the University of Arkansas and study biology. For 1A boys, we have Jonah Walker, a senior center from Marked Tree. Jonah wants to go to college to pursue a career in the medical field. He likes playing football and hanging out with his brother in his spare time. Next up, we have Hayden Matheny representing 2A girls. She plays for the Lady Greyhounds of Sloan Hendricks High. Hayden has a 4.0 GPA and wants to attend Arkansas State University to pursue a degree in radiation therapy. For the boys in 2A, we've got Amarie Neal. Amarie has a GPA of 3.6 and wants to be a pediatric dentist. Hunting, fishing, and spending time with family are some of the ways he spends his spare time. The Bergman Lady Panthers' Brinley Collins is the 3A girls Arkansas PBS Student All-Star. Brinley wants to further her basketball and academic career. She has a 4.0 GPA. On the boys' side in 3A, we have Rylan Robbins representing the Flippin High School Bobcats. Rylan wants to pursue college basketball and major in education. Basketball, fishing, baseball, and video games are how he likes to spend his spare time. Halfway through and on to the 4A girls, that's Jordan Youngblood with the Heber Springs Panthers. Jordan plans to attend ASU Newport to play softball and major in exercise science. She enjoys anything active and shopping. Riley Jones with the Eastem Mets represents the 4A boys. Riley has a 3.75 GPA and wants to become a basketball coach. He likes video games, hanging out with friends, working out, and trying new food. The 5A girls are well represented by JC Edrington of the Greene County Tech Golden Eagles. JC wants to attend Arkansas State and become a physical therapist. She has a 4.17 GPA and enjoys being with family and friends and loves everything about the lake. The 5A boys, well, that is Elias Zapian with the Russellville Cyclones. Elias wants to attend UCA and become a gastroenterologist. He enjoys hanging out with friends and family and playing basketball. Rounding out the classifications are your 6A student all-stars. For the girls, that is McKinley Campbell with the Harbor Lady Wildcats. McKinley is interested in becoming a veterinarian or possibly a psychologist. She has a 4.1 GPA and likes to cook, shop, and hang out with friends. And finally, for the 6A boys, we have Kellen Robinson with the Bryant Hornets. Kellen plans to play basketball at UALR. He has a 3.75 GPA and enjoys playing basketball and working out. Congratulations and keep up the good work. All right, Steve, it is about that time.
Yes, Christina, it is that time. Let's get you back to Bank OZK Arena for the second half.
Right here on the home of the high school basketball state finals, Arkansas PBS.
Since 1937, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas have been providing power to homes, farms, and businesses across our state. The cooperatives are member-owned and work together to serve Arkansans. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas proudly support high school students and athletics in Arkansas and hope you enjoy watching the state championship games on Arkansas PBS Sports. Better connected together. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas.
To Bank OZK Arena, 4-point lead for Melbourne over Osceola. Bearcats looking for their first ever state title in school history. They're up by 4. Let's look at the first half stats.
26-22, and again, not great field goal percentage shooting for Osceola, but their defense keeping them in it right now. Bearcats 43.5% from the field and 44.4% from 3. Osceola's made half of their threes, and obviously led by Tyler Bell's performance. They've been out-rebounded by the Bearcats 21-13, and that isn't easy to come up with the athleticism of Osceola.
So you're running back here to these first half highlights. Tyler Bell was heating up from deep. Got that one on the right wing. Yeah, he's been real good. Birchnow answered for Melbourne on the triple try opposite end. And then the rejection defensively. We've seen all kinds of physicality, loose ball plays, the defense from Osceola showing up. Just a lot of physicality. Kind of depicts how this game has gone. Hard fought block there underneath. And then this loose scrum. This is one that ruled a kickball. Bodies everywhere hitting the deck. All kinds of action, and then the steal that led to the dunk by Tyler Bell. Wasn't the most
glorified
fancy,
layup.
but I got it.
And there's a great score inside, and one for Tanner Williams. He's going to have to come up big. Yeah. Listen, Malcolm Hammock out of the game with an apparent wrist injury. I don't anticipate we'll see him in the second half. He is not out there to start the second half. He was in a lot of pain on the sideline. It's a big blow. He's a starter. He's a 6'5 senior. He had 11 in the semifinal. He's a 12-point scorer. They certainly could use his size out here, but they're going to have to find a way without him.
That's right. Find a way. Next man up mentality. Melbourne's got the basketball to begin the second half. Trying to add to their 4-point lead. Little backdoor pass. Edwards thought about the three, kicks it out. The corner tray won't go, and Edwards has got the offensive rebound. And then he's jumped. They got him tied up, going the other way. Melbourne caught Edwards there and forced the jump.
Now, this game may end up in the 30s or low 40s. I mean, just the defensive intensity makes everything hard.
Yeah.
And we didn't talk about turnovers. 11 in the first half by Melbourne, 7 by Osceola.
Yeah, you look at those 11 turnovers, only 6 points off of those for Osceola. So they forced a lot, but they haven't capitalized. And then they turn it over themselves. Jarian Long steps out on the baseline. That's turnover number 8 against Osceola.
That's a win for Melbourne. I mean, you tie them in points off turnover 6 apiece, and you get turned over almost twice as many times.
So now Melbourne's Hayden Edwards, been the leader, the vocal leader all year long. Coming down to the wire. This is the complete opposite of how these two teams played earlier in the year. That shot up wouldn't go. An 81-72 win for Osceola, and right now this has been a defensive dominant performance.
Well, it's the difference between the NBA All-Star game and the NBA Finals, right?
That's right.
I mean, there's a lot more on the line here tonight.
Yeah, that's right. You can tell. You can see from the effort, the physicality we've seen. The referees have let them play on. There's a 3-ball for Maurice Washington. Bang from the right wing.
1-point game again. I mean, we haven't had much of a separation from either team I mean, the biggest lead, Melbourne 4, Osceola 2. I mean, we have been nip and tuck throughout this thing.
Boy, it has been, you're right, so close, made for a very, very fun game. And then just how fast-paced it's been, defense on the prowl, been a lot of fun. Tanner Williams jump step. Floats it up long, blocks it from behind, in amongst the trees, couldn't get it done.
I wouldn't step foot in the paint. I'll tell you what, there's a turnover at midcourt and then a recovery.
Still a scrum. It's still loose. Tyler Bell's got it in backcourt violation. He finally corralled it, but that was quite the sequence.
I mean, we've had a few of those. He's literally lying on the midcourt stripe for an over and back. I can't remember the last time I saw that. This was wild. But again, there's no foul there. I mean, they're both just chasing the ball. I like the no call there by the officials.
Hayden Edwards will have it on his sideline. Melbourne's up by a point. There's only been 2 ties in this game for all intents and purposes, how close it's been. A lot of lead changes. Back and forth we have gone. Kilbray goes into the paint. Edwards left hand off the back of the rim and drops it in.
Edwards is an intense competitor, the 6'3" senior. Big left-handed bucket inside there. You got to spin away and you better move quick. If you hold the ball around the rim, they're going to collapse on you defensively and you're likely to get your shot blocked.
Edwards has got 9 points in the game, leads the way for Melbourne. Tyler Bell still leads the way for Osceola. He's got 13. Jerry Long from the top. Too strong on the three-point try. Melbourne's got the rebound and the chance to add to the three-point lead. Bringing it ahead, that's Colin Teague. They try to double him out high now. Tanner Williams bounce pass into the corner. Edwards launches the three. It's short with a hand at his face. Jerry Long might alter that one a little bit. Now bounce pass from Bell. Ball fake Long. Shot up, no, and he's going to the free throw line.
I'm exhausted.
Let's just take turns, right?
Buddy.
Get this quarter, I'll get the next.
I mean, look, I've already smashed a Diet Mountain Dew, and I'm going to need some more. But I mean, this intensity, put it in my veins.
Yeah.
I mean, this gets you through a workday now.
This might be one of the most intense games I've certainly seen in a state title game ever.
There's no question. 100% agree. There is no time to breathe for either team. It is constant intensity and action. It's remarkable that both these teams will be able to keep this level of intensity. We'll see if teams start to sort of taper off as the game wears on with some, the adrenaline rush and all the action. But good free throw there by Long, and we are back to a 1-point game with 5:15 left. That's 3 now for Long. Make it a 2-point game, 20-26.
So now Melbourne, a chance up by a bucket to add to that 2-point lead. Ball fake, then goes up, blocked by Tyler Bell, but Edwards saves it for Melbourne. He has been saving the day a lot for the Bearcats. Trying to go to work against Bell, left hand, blocked again. Tyler Bell, the rim protector.
5 blocks now in the game for Osceola. Bearcats have 1.
And Long tries to bounce past Washington. They tried to double him. He's underneath. He's the basket, can't get it to go. Second try, no, but he'll go to the free throw line. Contact again.
That's the first foul on Hayden Edwards. A couple of free throws coming.
Washington's got a chance, right here to tie things up on the day. He's got 5 points. He's attempting his first 2 free throws of the game, an area that Osceola tonight has just not really had a lot of success.
And he's been a little bit quiet for him. Free throw no good. 16-point average this year in their game against Elkins to get here, 51-37 final. He had 19 points. He was the only double-digit scorer for Osceola in that game.
MJ Washington can't get the second one either. Missed them both. They are 1 of 8 for the free throw line tonight. Tried to get the steal, but too much arm. They doubled Edwards, thought they got the steal, and instead they got the arm. They'll give Wilkins the personal foul. It's his second of the day. Actually, his first, excuse me.
Sideline inbound for the Bearcats.
There's 4.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Both teams haven't scored more than 30, and then driving inside. Good take from Colin Teague, and he's fouled on the way in.
Give him 2 shots there.
They're going to get him. Wow, so he got that shot up.
The continuation for Colin Teague. 38% from the free throw line this year, JB. Not a lot of success.
No.
You'd expect a guard to be a little better there. And didn't get it. That's how it looks.
Well, we've seen a lot of missed free throws tonight for both teams. Osceola's been there more, and they've not capitalized. 2 for 4 now in the day for Melbourne.
Yeah, Osceola's 1 of 8. I mean, miserable performance from the free throw line.
They won't do it, neither will that. Both missed there. Edwards, the last one to touch it. Out of play, Osceola will have it with a chance to tie or take the lead.
Yeah, 2 of 5 now from the free throw line for them. So a combined 3 of 13 between the two teams. Not exactly setting the world on fire.
Certainly not what either coach would like to see. Tyler Bell bringing it ahead against Tanner Williams. Bumped. We got a blocking foul on Williams. Bell had a little bit of an advantage there, and he draws the perfect.
His first in the game. Team third. So nowhere near free throws yet. How do you feel about quarters versus halves?
You know, I kind of like it a little bit. Makes it a little easier to track. I know everybody wants the the college game to go that way, at least the men's game to go to quarters. There's a lot of people pushing for it.
I like the quarters. I think it's great.
I do too.
I'd be curious to see how it impacts the college game if it happens.
Yeah.
And my thing is when you're the lone holdout, maybe you're the issue.
Sure. Forced pass there, though. Tried to go too far, and Jacobs couldn't handle it.
As someone who's been the issue, sometimes you have to look yourself in the mirror and go, maybe it's me. You know? I think that's where college basketball is right now. And there's a near turnover. Boy, that's an unforced error.
Jacobs, the steal, the bucket. They've got 8 points off turnovers.
I mean, you just hand Osceola a layup right there. What are you doing? You can't have that. Now we're all knotted up at 28.
Tied up once now for the third time. Once again, we are nip and tuck. Colin Teague handling it out high. Again, the next stoppage of play will owe you a break. Teague for the screen from Edwards. Now he tapers off. Teague still got it. Picks up the dribble. Out to Williams. He'll drive inside. Throws it up. Got it taken away. Stripped. And now outlet from Jeremiah Jacobs. Nice play. The feed in Washington. The finesse.
That was a brilliant Euro step. 1-2 layup. Let the defender get out of the way. Really nice finish there.
Osceola back up by a bucket. Edwards. Little tip out into the corner. Birch. The trade. Jackpot. Timeout, Coach Bailey. Melbourne's up 1. 31-30 at the media. This one's a ball game. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
This month on Arkansas PBS.
We'll work alongside so many talented artists, learning different forms of couching, getting hands-on with multiple dyeing techniques.
Sarah tours the mansion, while Roger shares some thoughts and techniques about landscape painting with his students.
This season on Sarah's Weeknight Meals, we're living the dream.
From every corner of the Mediterranean.
Only on Arkansas PBS.
This broadcast is underwritten in part by...
For over 70 years, Farm Bureau Insurance has offered coverage for automobiles, homes, farms, and lives across Arkansas. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association. More at afbic.com.
UMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine supports athletic programs and events across Arkansas. Clinics are located throughout Central and Northwest Arkansas. Learn more at uamshealth.com.
14 lead changes, 3 ties between these teams, 24 turnovers combined. But if you look at the points off turnovers between these two teams, there's not a whole lot added up.
Yeah, 10-8 advantage for Osceola, points off turnovers. And really, there's no major edge here. Look at rebounds, 25-19 edge for Melbourne. So if you want to look at that, Edwards, 9.6 boards leading the way for his team. But nobody in double figures for Melbourne, and only Tyler Bell in double figures for Osceola. And there's a Bell travel.
Yeah.
Again, hey, how many unforced errors because of the intensity? I think, again, your nerves are frayed a bit. You start making mistakes. It happens.
Yeah, and the only gift there for Osceola is that it was not a live ball turnover, so you don't get the transition there, although they have been capitalizing on that. Birch, the deep three! Bullseye! Wow.
That was from 26 feet. A bomb from Birch.
There's no logo, but it would have been if there had been. And now Jerry and Long trailing by 4. Osceola trying to get some offense going underneath the baseline, wrapped around, stepped out first, got the basket to go, but it won't count.
And if you can believe it, and here we're going to get another look at this one. Look at that. Look how far he is behind the line. A Birch bomb. for Brennan.
I love it.
And this is their chance to take their largest lead of the game. 4 has been their largest lead so far.
They've just never been able to eclipse it beyond that. Birch tried to, had it blocked, tries to throw it out. What a save. One-handed from Williams, throws it off of Osceola's cash span. What a heads-up play for one to get up and make that play and catch it was Williams, and then the wherewithal to throw it off a defender.
21 still on the shot clock here.
So plenty of time to set up some offense.
Yeah, Logan Bailey over there barking some instructions on the inbound.
He's close. They tried to go inside. It's taken away by Bell, but he steps out trying to jump inside. You saw what they tried to do. Teague was trying to go right underneath the basket with the feet.
Yep, he had a nice cut there by Edwards, but good recognition there by Osceola's defense too.
So they'll just lob it out high, try to set up some offense this way. Teague trying to go in the paint. Got some plus space. Ball fake, Caraway, and he's fouled. A chance to give Melbourne their largest lead of the game.
2:12 left here in the third quarter. First foul called on Jarian Long. Points have been hard to come by. Breathing room has been hard to come by.
Sure has, yeah.
The left-hander going to eye one here, and there it is. The biggest lead of the night for the Bearcats, 5 whole points. I mean,
that's crazy.
Yeah, we're a long way from anything being out of reach here, that's for sure.
With the way these two teams play, all it takes is with the pace to just get going offensively a little bit. We've yet to see either team do it. Caraway, he's pure on both. That really is. In a game like this with this magnitude, bringing it ahead, Tyrese James, tip-in James, as they like to call him. Jarian Long looks for that ball screen, picks up his dribble. He'll hand it off. Jeremiah Jacobs pulls up, handed his face, in and out, no.
That was halfway down, man. Tough break for Osceola right there. Melbourne can add to its largest lead.
Crossover from Teague, stoppage of play. The shot clock never started, so they'll get that reset and inbounds on the sideline.
Who's on shot clock duty?
Yeah, we've not the first time we've had that, right?
Nope. But you know what? I bet both teams are like, thankfully, I could use a breather.
Yeah, just give me a chance to breathe, catch my breath. No kidding. Good for us, too. Yep. A chance to catch our breath. Caraway kicked it over to Birch. I thought he might try to shoot that one. That was deep. He's already knocked down one today. Edwards to the lane, lost the ball, and a block on Jarian Long. That's going to be free throws for Edwards.
Wow. High flying, hard falling right there. Hayden Edwards showing the durability on the crossover. Goes up. I think the good call. He kind of leaned into it. I think he was there. Yeah. JB, but if he came, he rose up. If he stands still and locks in, I think he gets the charge call there. But they do get the break on the free throw miss by Edwards. He's a 50% free throw shooter too. As good as he is from the floor, not a great free throw shooter.
Yeah, only combined 5 made free throws tonight for either side.
Yowza.
It's just not been.
Well, again, it's about locking in. It's about fatigue, and both these teams are just going all out. But that second one good, and now a new largest lead, 7 for the Bearcats.
And that really, for all intents and purposes, has been big. 3-ball Washington answers on the other end, back to a 4-point game.
Yeah, I think they got a little crossed up defensively. Teague and Edwards were conferring after that bucket went down, discussing what happened defensively there.
Now Colin Teague, the drive, bounce pass, coming in too hot and heavy, and Caraway can't handle it.
This is a critical point here. Bearcats still want to give back that hard-fought effort to get that lead. But Osceola now with a shot with 1:20 to get it down to a 2 or 1 point game.
And we got a blocking foul out high. The drive from Tyler Bell, well away outside of the perimeter. It's, by the way, 15 turnovers on the game now for Melbourne after that errant pass. 12 on the day for Osceola.
Well, the assistants over there barking at Tyrese James. A tip-in.
What a name, right? Tip-in James. He's done that. He's won a couple of games because of his tip-in abilities. That's where he got dubbed with the name Tip-in James.
1:14 to go. Again, I don't understand the shot clock deal. We reset it.
And they're going to give him a fresh 35.
I mean, there wasn't a change of possession. What did I miss?
No, I don't think so.
108 left.
Right?
Yeah.
Tyler Bell gets it over to Tip-in James. Ball fake baseline. Now he goes up. Gets the teardrop to fall. It's a 2-point game.
Make it Tyrese teardrop James.
Pressure applied. Edwards able to get it across. Picks up his dribble. Now kicks to Burt. Skip pass on the other end. Edwards too strong. The rebound pulled down for Osceola. Cash Span lost it. They're able to maintain now, and Tyler Bell will bring it across.
4 out of 5 now for the last 5 for Osceola. They are on a nice run here. They've got themselves back into this game down 2, 8-second differential, but a chance to tie it up here.
Jeremiah Jacobs. We'll see the call. A blocking foul. That's going to mean free throws. It's the 5th team foul against Melbourne with 23 seconds in the third.
I thought he gave a little chicken wing right there. I thought he might get the offensive foul. Defender might have been moving, but I thought he created the contact through that little chicken wing. I'd like to see the replay on that one. That was really, and again, you're talking about block charge calls. I mean, that's always the toughest play for the official. And again, at a game like this, forget about it. I don't want anything to do that.
Jacobs at the free throw line. They still cannot buy a free throw right now. Osceola.
Let's look at this one again. Watch this left arm come out as he dribbles down. See how he kind of extended that left arm a little bit. And you see right there, Colin Teague's like, that's an offensive foul.
Yeah.
Could have gone either way. He was definitely moving around a little bit there, but I thought he created the contact with that left arm. But Jacobs now with a chance to get him within 1. Can't do it.
1 for 10 on the day.
Boy, that's awful.
Osceola. He misses both, so now a chance to hold for the final shot. If they can get it across the timeline, they're having problems with it. Edwards throws it. It's still in play. Excuse me, that was Williams. Now Edwards lost it. Bell tracks it down. Goes straight up pass to Jacobs. We are tied at 37. What just happened? Still time left. They lob it in, take it away. Buzzer sounds, and we head to the 4th and final period, all tied at 37.
Watch this last crazy scramble here, and again, they're going to get the basket, but then the other thing is about the clock in high school, it keeps running after the basket. It does not stop when the ball goes through, and watch this. This could have been a delay of game on Tyler Bell. He was standing over the ball just to protect, but they couldn't get the ball to get it inbound, and it cost them a few seconds, so it gave him no chance to get the ball into play and up the floor to have a shot. So anyway, great play there by Osceola, and let's play a quarter tied up at 37. What do you say?
Let's do it. 8 minutes left to decide the 3A state title.
This month in Passport on the PBS app.
He realizes that you could find cancer before it technically exists. That really is unprecedented.
Easter Island. Its giant moai statues inspire wonder.
They follow ancient routes called flyways, but the world beneath their wings is changing.
These and other shows from Arkansas PBS are available with Passport on the PBS app.
This broadcast is underwritten in part by
Centennial Bank supports communities across Arkansas and is a proud supporter of the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS Sports, providing financial services since 1999. Member FDIC, more at my100bank.com.
ZK Arena, JV Brazil alongside Justin Ankry. Let's take a look at our recap up to this point.
Yeah, very physical play throughout. It's been an intensely played game. You see the crashing into each other. I mean, it's been a wild scramble throughout this game. Everybody fighting for every opportunity. Some threes by Birch, though. He has been phenomenal. And a Birch bomb we got earlier, too. Osceola, though, scrambling back, and they end up winning the quarter 15-11, going right back to work, and a miss inside there by the Bearcats. Would have put them back on top. But Osceola getting it done, winning it by 4 in the third quarter to lock this thing up at 37 after 3.
This one has fit the billing. All square at 37 apiece. Earlier this year, Osceola won in a game that didn't mean as much, 91-82 naturally, but a high-scoring game. This one's been completely the opposite. Tyler Bell trying to give Osceola the lead to the rack. It's a charge taken by Cal Caraway.
That's the first one of the night. Got a few guys try to set up for one. Let's take another look at this one. And honestly, I think that one's more of a block than a couple of the other ones tonight.
No kidding.
Again, it's a tough call for the officials, especially in a game like this, and the intensity and the speed these guys are moving at.
Edwards gets it ahead, tried to find Caraway, lost the handles. He tried to pass it. Cash Spans got the steal. That is turnover number 17. Open, the ball fake. Tyrese Tippin. James gives the Seminoles the lead. The pressure has been causing all kinds of problems for Melbourne.
That is their first lead in a long while.
Sure is. Now Caraway got an opening with the left hand. Too strong. Edwards, the effort. And he was the last one to touch it.
I got to see a replay on that one, too. There was a lot of contact there. It looked like he was being pulled down from behind. But my goodness, Osceola's defense forcing the miss on what looks like a wide open layup. But again, you get Caraway thinking about it.
And we got a shot clock operation again, so they'll have to reset, figure out how much time comes off here. Inbounds on the sideline. Boy, regardless who you're rooting for, this has been a fun, highfalutin defensive game. Not offense, highfalutin defense. They have been really putting it on display.
Well, and the largest lead, 7 by Osceola as they throw it into the backcourt. Ball got tipped.
Yeah.
And what a comeback, or 7 by Melbourne, excuse me. What a comeback by Osceola to get back in front. Incredible here with 6.5 to go.
There's still so much basketball on hand tonight.
Yeah, every second feels like 5.
Sure does. Now a drive from Washington. MJ floats it up from just inside the free throw line. 4 points, now the largest for Osceola.
Osceola's caught fire here the last few minutes of the game.
They beat the transition. They trap Williams in the corner, throws it. It's going to be last touched by the Seminoles. Span, I think it caught his foot. He didn't like the call, though.
Seminoles holding the Bearcats to 37% shooting tonight. They're knocking down 45% of their shots, and they have really trended up of late. Both teams actually surprisingly shooting it well from outside. Osceola 6 of 11, 6 of 13 for the Bearcats.
Uh-oh, dangerous inbounds. It's going to be taken away by Cash Span.
He's made some plays here late.
Sure has. Now Washington toes up the 3. Money! Wow, from MJ Washington. He gets the steal from Cash Span, and then Washington in transition, the tray.
Well, we talked about the shooting has been really good for Osceola. 7 of 12 now from 3, 58% in a game that has featured 32 turnovers. Free throw shooting's been atrocious. 6 of 19 for the two teams combined. And yet, they can't hardly miss from 3, JB. It's a wild one.
This has certainly been an interesting stat line. When you look at this, the game, it's just been kind of an interesting flow, something you don't see very often.
Well, we talked about the points off turnovers, too, and how even though Osceola was winning the turnover game, they weren't really winning in the points off turnovers, where now they've opened up an 8-point gap in points off turnovers, and you got a game that's decided by 7 right now with 6 minutes to go. So, again, Melbourne's really dug themselves a hole. This Osceola team, the way they play, hard to come back on. Yeah. Melbourne had a chance to build a bigger lead earlier, couldn't do it, and now, boy, give the Seminoles credit. What a response.
Melbourne had done a good job up to this point of not letting those turnovers come back to bite them. That's not been the case over the last 3 or 4 sequences. Osceola, the turnovers forced, and they've made them pay.
Yeah, they're taking chunks out of them now.
Yeah, up by 7, the largest lead of the game.
And again, every inbound, every getting it across the timeline is an adventure.
Oh, it sure is. For Coach Basemore, this would be his first ever state title. It'd be title number 7 for the Seminoles. It'd be the first for Melbourne. Caraway's 3 goes too strong, but a nice offensive rebound from Williams. Back to Caraway, left hand, gets the teardrop to fall.
They needed that in the worst way, JB. Good job there, taking advantage on their second chance to get back within 5. 7 now for Caraway.
And just to kind of see one fall, slow things down. It's been a long run for Osceola up to that point. Now through the lane, Bell, acrobatic, won't get it to go, but he is headed to the charity stripe.
I don't know if that's good or bad for them right now, the way things have gone. I mean, it is remarkable to see a team go 1 for 10 from the free throw line in the state championship, or any game for that matter.
Any game, but certainly the championship game. This is certainly maybe something for Osceola. They've gone on a run. Will that help maybe their woes at the charity stripe?
They could be up by a dozen if they just made 7 of 10, which isn't spectacular.
Free throws up, still can't get one to fall.
Wow, this is amazing. 1 of 11, incredible.
You're right, quite literally the difference in the game. It's a 5-point lead, but it certainly could be double digits or more for Osceola if they could make it. They are 1 of 11 from the free throw line. Tyler Bell, who jumped out with quick points, 13 points. He still hasn't scored in a while until then. Second made free throw of the game for Osceola. They're 2 for 12, and Melbourne trying to get it across the timeline, trailing by 6. Jump step. Williams, left hand, off the window, count it.
He's hyped. Big bucket inside there, and you've got to attack Osceola. If you go up timid, if you think twice, you're going to pay. And that time he got just enough of a head fake, got the defender in the air, goes up, finishes the shot, goes intent to the basket, and draws the foul. Let's see if they can knock down a free throw here and make this a 3-point game. He can't.
Boy, it has been tough sledding at the free throw line for both teams. 4-point lead, though, now back for Osceola. You know, both of these coaches, they were nervous coming in. This one's coming down to the wire. Still 5:05 to play in the basketball game.
Look at that Osceola fan base. I mean, you got half of them over there on their feet. They are into it.
Yeah. Already standing with 4:58 to go.
Yep, Coach Bazemore is going to call a timeout. He wants to talk it over here.
16 seconds on the shot clock, 4:58 to go in the basketball game. We saw the intensity pick up for Osceola really in the second quarter. It started to pay dividends here early in the fourth quarter. Melbourne's weathered it a little bit, but they've just got to figure out a way to create some offense.
Well, he opened up with a really good game earlier today. I want to run through these real quick. Izzard County knocking off Barton by 6. That was a really well-played game. Quinn Johnson, the MVP. A lot of defense in the second game. The 2A boys, East Points County back-to-back over Tuckerman. 43-30. Tyrus Real, the MVP, and then Lamar got a big night from Corey Sanders, and they win it over previously undefeated Dover, 65-52. This one has been probably the best game of the day, though, in a day that's been filled with some good performances.
It has been money, no question about that. High defense from both teams, and even the offense at times have shown some good signs. Some three-ball shooting, right? You're getting three-point shots, and then good defense. What more could you ask for?
I mean, how often do you see a team shoot like 10% from the free throw line and almost 60% from 3?
Yeah, combined. Yeah, 50% combined, both teams. Tyler Bell's got it out high for Osceola, 45-41. Both teams' largest lead has been 7. They've really not been able to go out above that. Washington off balance 3 wouldn't go. Bell just wrestled for the rebound, got it to Long. His second chance goes up. That one's good, and he's headed to the free throw line.
6-point lead for Osceola, and another free throw attempt.
Well, that was kind of the name of the game, is limiting Osceola's second chances for Melbourne. That was one of the keys. Limit the second chances, handle the defensive pressure. Here of late, it's come back to bite them. That free throw's good for Jerry and Long, and the lead's back out to 7.
3 of 13 now from the free throw line.
We got a foul there right before the inbound.
Wow.
Looks like.
Okay. Sorry.
That's on James.
Just the 3rd foul on Osceola, so could get to the bonus. 2 on Melbourne so far here in the 4th quarter.
Edwards will find Tanner Williams. 4.5 remaining. 7-point lead. That's not that large really for either side, so still within striking distance. Melbourne's trying to make sure it doesn't go beyond 7. Dangerous pass tipped away. Caraway tries to tip and save, but it's going to be a backcourt violation.
I don't think he needed to dive there. You just need to reach down and get it, but again, you're playing in an intense environment. You're stressed out, and mistake made right there. I think he could have saved it without diving, but it was tipped. But then coach is upset. Coach Bailey is upset.
There we go, inbounds, it's stolen. Edwards got it, outlet ahead to Birch, a chance for 2, throws it up, gets it to go.
That was wild. He looked like he didn't realize where he was, and then he flips one up over his head and gets it.
What a turn of events, a huge sequence. It flips back. Melbourne cuts the deficit to 5. Osceola, both teams have had opportunities to extend that lead beyond 7. They've just not been able to do it. Jerry and Long trying to go to work against Edwards. Spin move, ball fake, trying to create some space. It's just not there. Edwards, a brick wall, hands off to Washington. The jumper won't go, and then over the back on Tyrese James.
Hey, how good was the defense there? Those are our 2 guys to watch this game, Jerry Long and Edwards. That was a great one-on-one battle. Edwards won it defensively, and then they get the over the back. And now down 5 to get the ball back. Second foul here on James.
And that's going to be our final media. 3:54 to go. Osceola's up by 5.
This broadcast is underwritten, in part by...
Summerwood Sports Complex in Bryant features 4 courts across 2 gyms, located off Interstate 30, offering space for tournaments, practices, and training. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS. More at summerwoodsports.com.
This month on Arkansas PBS.
Whoever the editor of the magazine was mistakenly changed his name from Warhola to Warhol, and he decided to keep Warhol.
From bondage to battle.
What do you make of him?
It changes the game for my family.
Only on Arkansas PBS.
Memories being made tonight, even for those who aren't going to remember them. DVD copies of the state championship games are available from M&M Productions. More information at mnmproductions.net.
We're glad you're with us. JB Brazil, Justin Aker. We have got a good one. This one has been exciting, to say the least.
Yeah, everybody needs a nap after this one. Come back tomorrow stronger than ever.
Hey, you're going to get some good rest on that bus trip back. Both these teams will.
Yeah, there's going to be some sleepy dudes on the way home.
They have laid it all out there in the game that matters most. Again, Melbourne's never won a state title. Osceola's won 6. And there's a steal on the inside. They feed to Bell, up and under, no good. That was Washington, excuse me. He couldn't get it to go. Melbourne catches a break. They're down by 5. Quick touch pass. Caraway, ball fake, throws it up. He's fouled hard. And he's got a chance to cut it back to a one-possession game at the free throw line.
I almost feel like turning the ball over might be your best offense because it gets them collapsing back here, and then if you can get the ball back, then you take off the other way. It's just bizarre. I mean, this is a straight. If you watch this is your first ever exposure as the free throw is good to basketball. You would be ruined for life.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're not going to watch any other game like this.
You would think a turnover is bad, or it's a good thing, right? Oh, we need to turn them over.
Yeah.
Caraway got them both.
Boy, those
so
are
now
big, JB.
It's a one-possession game. Those are very big. Caraway's had a couple free throw stances where he's knocked them both down.
Well, that's the game right now, right? I mean, you're talking about a team that's gone 3 of 13, and one has gone not great, but 7 of 12 now.
And Caraway's 4 of 4. Ice at his veins at the free throw line. 3-point advantage to Osceola. Gives it out high. Tip in James. Senior looking to go to work, wants that ball screen. Now he kicks it around, swings it over to the corner. Tyler Bell wants a 3, trying to light it up, won't go. Rebound tracked down for Jerry and Long. Now Washington lines it up. That 3 won't go. Tipped around, pulled down by Birch. A chance to cut it to 1 or tie the game on this trip. All alone, Caraway, ball fake, probably should have went up with it. Doesn't matter, gets it to go.
Oh my. Caraway on a run.
That's right, he's been doing it. 1-point game.
Caraway averages just 3.3 points a game, and there's a foul by Edwards out here on the sideline, but averages 3.3. He's got 11 big points, and you're right, clutch at the free throw line, and I thought the same thing. Don't pump fake, go up and get your bucket, but he did a good job, and that time scored it inside. That's the 3rd foul on Edwards, and that ball batted back into the official's mug right there. Glad he caught it because I would have been eating it otherwise.
Well, he would have been in trouble. Yeah, Caraway, though, you're right. Done a great. The junior at inbounds trouble. Oh, boy. Williams has got the steal. Bounce pass. Caraway, the lead, and he got it.
Wow. Caraway's on a 6-0 run.
What a state title game for Cal Caraway. Melbourne's up by 1. It's been a game of small runs. And now the Bearcats, they're faithful, getting to their feet. The Osceola faithful, they've already been on their feet. They try to feed inside Washington through contact. He's fouled, couldn't get the shot to go, but a chance to tie it or take the lead here.
Was that a pass or a shot? What are they going to do? They're going to say, nope, pass. So they're going to let him inbound from the baseline. 14 fouls now on Melbourne. Osceola 5, so both teams are shooting the rest of the way with 2:13 left. And if it comes down to a free throw contest, your guess is as good as mine. Unless it's Caraway at the line, then I like Melbourne's chances.
There's the lead back. Osceola, they get it to their moneymaker, Tyler Bell. He's got 17. Give him 19 with that bucket. They get it across to the timeline. Melbourne now down by 1. Caraway, under 2 minutes to play. They'll feed it out high now to Colin Teague. Edwards, spin move, lost the basketball, scramble, tipped right back to him. He's able to escape the jump, and then the triple attempt slips through the hands of Birch.
I think he just lost it.
Yeah, I think
he's just looking at his hands like, you failed me. Let's look at the replay. He just went up and it just slipped right out of his hand.
Yeah.
Let's get him some LeBron chalk over there. Oh my gosh. And what a critical moment for that to happen. 140, that three would have been huge. But how about Osceola? The relentlessness to get back in the lead here by one. How about Coach Bailey over there wiping the ball off with a towel? Oh man, what a ball game. Osceola right back at it after Melbourne had taken control behind Kyle Caraway's performance.
We have had 17 lead changes. Coach Bazemore wants to talk things over. Golly, this one could finish in a multitude of ways. The way this game is going, this is setting up for a very nice finish.
We deserve overtime.
I think you're right. Calling it now, right? Let's call it.
Oh, no.
You sure you want to stay up that long?
Oh, buddy, this is just nuts. I don't care. I got nowhere else to be. I mean, this is just wild. It's been so much fun. And listen, every time it looks like one team's going to go down, they just rise back up. I mean, and then you get the 7-point lead, you know, and then here comes Melbourne behind Caraway, and then Osceola's got the answer back. I mean, just remarkable.
From really the start to this point, it has been back and forth. The story tells it all. 17 lead changes. Leading the way, though, for Melbourne, it's Birch. He's got 14, but I think Caraway with 13. Even though he's got less points, he's been monumental down the stretch.
Yeah, absolutely. Caraway's been phenomenal. Again, playing maybe a little bit different role. They were down a guy. Again, if you missed it earlier, Malcolm Hammock got hurt.
Yeah.
He was a big piece of their semifinal victory, went out with a wrist injury, never came back, and that was pretty early in the game. I will also say that Birch is 4 of 9 from 3. He was lining one up over there from the corner when he lost the handle out of bounds. Could have changed the sort of dynamic of the game, but give Osceola credit. Again, maybe rushed it a little bit. You got a defender running at you.
And then for the Seminoles, 19 points for Tyler Bell. He leads the way. MJ Washington, he's been big from 3 as well. It's been Bell and Washington. Jarian Long, only 3 points tonight. He's been held in check. The inbounds, tough to MJ Washington. 1.5 minutes to play.
I've never seen a game where there were so many cross-court passes because that was your only option.
Right? That's how well it's been guarded. Uh-oh, loose ball, no foul call. They let him play.
Coach gets Bell back up on his feet.
Washington gets it to go, rattled around, and finally falls.
That was a tough angle.
MJ Washington, a big shot that leads 3 now for Osceola. That one's nearly stolen. Bell tried to flash and tip it away from Birch. It'll be out of bounds off of the Seminoles.
107 left, 3-point game.
This possession is oh so crucial for Melbourne.
There's no doubt.
Caraway.
Don't have to have a 3, but you need a bucket here.
That's right. Just find a way to get a good offensive look. They go in the paint to Edwards. With the left hand, he's bumped. Couldn't get it to go, but he'll have a chance to cut into the lead a little bit here at the free throw line with under 1 minute to play.
Yeah, again, not a good free throw shooter, 50% on the season. See if he can make him pay here in a critical moment. 7 of 12 tonight for Melbourne, 3 of 13 for Osceola. And 2 huge ones coming up for Edwards with his team down 3 and 59.7 seconds left.
You look across the way, there's not many people sitting. Edwards can't get the first.
Well, love to get one here if you're him. Get it down to 2 at least. And then if he can get a stop, you don't have to have a 3 to tie the game.
This free throw is huge at this juncture in the game. Edwards, 1 for 3 from the charity stripe, gets it. 2 for 4, that one's big. 52-50, Osceola's up by a bucket. Seminoles trying to add to the lead. They need a good offensive possession. Jacobs nearly lost it. Pressure applied Melbourne. Coach Bazemore, I think, wants to talk things over. He's not very happy with Tyler Bell.
Well, they're talking it over. And what do we know? Teams that likes to press and pressure don't like to be pressured. And the Bearcats dropped it on them right there, and they looked very uncomfortable, but I think a heads-up play there by Coach Bazemore. Again, you still got a couple of timeouts left. It's no-brainer to call timeout, talk things over, calm your guys down in a 2-point game with 54 seconds of the state title on the line.
If you're Osceola here, what are you drawing up?
Well, first of all, can you get it across the timeline? Let's start there. And then, I think, look, Washington's been hot. Bell has been solid throughout. I think you got to get it to one of those guys and let them go to work. Long's been good too, though, but I think really Washington's been the hot hand, don't you think?
I think so. Certainly down the stretch. You look now for Melbourne, though. They need to stop. Certainly defense is the emphasis. What's the plan beyond there?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is don't foul if they do get the ball inside. And also, if they miss, secure that defensive rebound. You know they're going to come after it for the offensive stick back. You've got to secure if you can force a miss, which has not been a huge issue tonight, but getting the rebound hasn't been easy. It's been an adventure, like we said.
52-50, Osceola's up by a bucket after the made free throw from Hayden Edwards. He didn't get both, but it was paramount that he got at least one.
So it'll be a sideline inbound now instead of an end line inbound, but it'll be in front of the Bearcats bench, and I see Malcolm Hammock over there in a sling on his left arm.
Man, you hate to see that.
I mean, and again, the state title game just fell awkwardly on that arm, and it's just a bad deal, but again, his teammates trying to pick him up here.
Here we go, the inbounds to Tyler Bell.
So they're going to back off immediately, so that's one question answered.
Bell looking to hand off to Washington here.
Just play great man-to-man defense and don't reach in. Or maybe you want to. Maybe you foul him and put him on the line.
Yeah,
maybe that's the answer.
That could be part of it, yeah. Tyler Bell's got it. Shot clock down to 12. He's going to try to drive in. Tries to pass underneath in the paint. It's long! Got it to go! The Bunny gives Osceola a 4-point lead!
Man, what a brilliant play there by Bell.
Got to go. Edwards, 3-ball in transition. Won't go. Tipped around. They're going to get a foul. Long went up to get the board. He's hacked, and he'll head to the charity stripe on the other end.
What a brilliant play by Bell. I thought he'd hang in the air and try to shoot it. Edwards challenged him, and he finds his teammate Jerry Long right under the basket for the stick in, and that's a 4-point game and a huge free throw coming up here. It's already a 2-possession game with 19.7 left, but free throws down the stretch critical. And again, if you're Melbourne, you know you're hacking the rest of the way out. I would not foul Long, though. He's been solid.
Jerry Long, player to watch. He's been held in check tonight, but might have had the biggest bucket of the game right there on the pass from Tyler Bell. He's got 6 points on the game now. Can't get that one. Now Melbourne's going to have to move quickly. Edwards trailing by 5. Need a bucket. Kicks it over Burst. The 3-point sharpshooter falls down. He travels. Osceola can feel it.
Well, it's been that kind of game, and it's hard to, just keep your feet sometimes. This has been just tough, but he fumbled it, and then he never really had a good handle on it when he tried to dribble over to his left there, and great job collapsing by Washington to help force the turnover. We're going to go back to the free throw line with 11 seconds left, and Osceola can taste it.
Here's the reality. Still a chance for Melbourne. You make both free throws, though, you likely put this one to bed.
Osceola's been here a bunch. Titles in 77, 79, 01, 02, 2022. This is their first appearance since 22. They've only lost one time in the finals, and that was in 04. This team's had incredible success, but another missed free throw by Bell, and yet with 11 seconds left, it's going to take a virtual miracle for Melbourne with 11 seconds left, down 5, or maybe 6.
It's going to be a 2-possession game regardless. Jerry Long trying to join his father as a state champion. That one's good. 6-point lead. Melbourne still technically got a chance. Got to go quick. Teague's ahead. Deep 3 launched. Buries it with 4.6 to go. Melbourne's still alive.
Wow. Now you got to foul immediately, trap immediately on the inbound, foul if you don't get the trap in the steal. And that was a brilliant play. You don't see guys do that enough. That was Teague for a deep 3. You've got to get a shot up. It may be a low percentage shot, but you've got to get one up so fast just to give yourself any kind of chance and a little bit of clock time to make it even reasonable where you can get another shot up if you get everything else you need, which is either a missed free throw or a turnover on the inbound. That was a genius play by Teague.
It really was. Now with 4.6 to go, Melbourne, you got to try to get a steal quick, right? That's the call. If you don't, you can't let more than a second go off. Got to foul, and then for all intents and purposes, Osceola, one free throw wins it.
That's right. Unless you're John Calipari, then you miss it intentionally and just hope they don't chuck it up from half court. I don't know what that was about against South Carolina, but it all worked out for the Hogs. And Osceola, listen, if you're going to pick a team right now, I'd rather be Osceola than I would Melbourne. Now, they went back and looked at the clock. They're going to put 5 seconds up.
Okay.
So it helps Melbourne a little bit. But, yeah, immediate trap. If you don't get the steal,
you got to foul quick. It's got to be, hey, I think I can get the steal. If not, foul immediately.
Yep. And also would not foul Jerry Young. Although he did miss 1 of 2, he seems the most solid of the guys that have been up there. I'm almost going after Tyler Bell. As great as he has been tonight, that has not been his strong suit.
That's right.
Who are the worst free throw shooters tonight? Well, Bell's 3 out of 7. 2 out of 6 for Long. Jacobs 0 for 2. Washington's 0 for 2. So Washington's been phenomenal, but maybe from a free throw standpoint, he's the guy. It's going to be Bell that's going to inbound it, so he's not going to be the guy you're going to foul. So see how they handle it here.
Going to try to inbounds right here, trying to find somebody. Thought about the lead court. Bounce pass into Washington. They're going to foul him. He's not made a free throw tonight. This could be big.
He's 0 for 2. He's the guy you want to get. That worked out perfectly, I think. If you're Melbourne, you want to have a chance. But again, all he's got to do to secure a state championship is make a free throw out of 2, and you win the game.
You make the free throw, then you get out of the way defensively. You can't have a 4-point play.
And if he misses both, maybe we do get the overtime we so richly deserve.
That would be something. 4.3 seconds, too. We got a timeout for Coach Bailey. I like that.
There's not a chance in heck he's not going to make him think about these free throws.
Icing the kicker much?
Obviously.
He's still got one more.
But you want to talk about what you're going to do, too. First of all, if he misses both, you got to secure the rebound.
Well, that's right. And then you got to figure out, hey, get it to somebody. There's not a lot of time to set up an offense. It's find a shooter.
And then the other thing I would say is, if you're Coach Bazemore, do you foul? Take the 3-point possibility out of the mix. I would. If you get under 3 seconds, I'm fouling.
Absolutely.
Taking my chances, maybe.
As long as you're not in the act of shooting, and you make sure of that, you're coming down. Maybe if they're going for the rebound, they come down, hack them immediately.
I've seen some wild stuff. There was a state tournament game this year where there was a team that was down 3, and they got fouled on the 3, made the free throw. Gillette, maybe? Or
was it against Rivercrest, maybe?
Could be.
Yeah, 4-point play to win it.
And then my man Tyrese Halliburton did the same thing for the Pacers the other night. Let's go Cyclones.
Okay, it's Iowa State, baby.
Yeah, basketball's a wild game, isn't it? This is so fun. You just never know.
The madness of March, huh?
But let's give credit to Teague, because that 3, for him to pull up there was just
gives him hope.
Huge. It did.
So they still got a chance.
I love what Osceola's done all night. I love the response from both teams. Bearcats have just fought through and handled things without their starter Hammock in there all night. I mean, it's been remarkable. But again, it all comes down to this. MJ Washington had a great night. 14 points. You make either free throw, this game's virtually over. There's no way you're going to get 2 possessions.
Here we go. Washington, biggest free throw of his life. He got it! Osceola's going to win it! The Seminoles looking for their 7th state title in school history.
How clutch was that?
This one's just for good measure. Couldn't get that one to go, but they get the offensive board. Bell throws it around, and Osceola, in a thriller, have won the 3A state title. Wow.
That was incredible. Buddy, 57-53 your final. Coming up, we're going to talk to our Ozarka College MVP. We're going to talk to our winning head coach, Bryant Bazemore. What a title. They earned it tonight. Nothing easy.
57-53. We'll give you the trophy presentation when we come back as well. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
This broadcast is underwritten, in part by
Everett Buick GMC provides vehicles to Arkansas families and supports local organizations. Community involvement has been part of our story for generations. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS Sports. More at everettbgmc.com.
Join the ranks of corporate sponsors and business partners at Arkansas PBS. Your support will shine a light on your business with recognition on air and at major community events like Family Day. Plus, our viewers love the businesses that underwrite their favorite programs. Showcase your company while making a meaningful impact on lifelong learning. Partner with Arkansas PBS to build a brighter future for our state.
When the students of Little Rock walked alone through the mob, you cried with us, but we had to walk it alone.
It kind of tells a story about how we used to live. We loved it very much back in Arkansas on the cotton farm.
Number 1 choice for this ballot was Daisy Bates. It looks like Johnny Cash walks the line, so congratulations to those 2 great Arkansans.
We want our memories through our statues to tell the story of Arkansas.
Most of my figures that I create on my own, most of those stories are about destiny.
She was somebody that wouldn't let go until she saw some progress.
These amazing artists who have so much to say and have so much influence all around the world came from these very humble beginnings.
Everybody at the Johnny Cash show that night, he was only singing to them.
Grew up in rural Arkansas, blue-collar Americana.
That sense of they're just a little kid from wherever.
Thursday, March 20th at 7 p.m. right here on Arkansas PBS.
Find out what your heirlooms, antiques, and unique collectibles are worth.
Oh, you're not the only artist, sweetheart.
For the filming of Arkansas Treasures, your contribution of
The hunt is on. Where is it?
Where is what? Why are you wearing that fedora?
Arkansas Treasures is back for the second season. I'm not gonna miss it this time.
Well, I think it's back that.
What's in your attic? Find out what your antiques and unique collectibles are worth. Join us for the filming of Arkansas Treasures. Guarantee your spot by calling now or visiting our website. Your treasure may be worth more than you know.
What a game in Bank OZK Arena. It's Osceola, the 3A state champions. JB Brazil alongside Justin Acree. This game was one of the best we've seen in a title game in a long, long while.
That's probably the most intense league game I've ever seen. Let's go back to the numbers. Again, free throws an issue for Osceola, but they got their buckets when they needed them. And MJ Washington with a clutch free throw or two down the stretch, and they were able to win it by 4. And once they made it a two-possession game, it was over. They were out-rebounded 33-27, but they ended up shooting 46.7% from 3. Pretty good shooting night from outside for the Bearcats as well. And really pretty even numbers across the board. Turnovers the bigger issue, and points off a 7-point advantage for Osceola. So,
there we go. We're going to talk to our winning coach, head coach Bryant Basemore.
Facing this one.
Coach, congratulations on a big win. You got to be excited. Your first state title.
First one.
How you feeling?
Man, I'm overjoyed. You know, I'll give all praise to the Lord, our Lord and Savior, but what a moment, man. What a feeling.
Coach, we were exhausted watching the game. What was it like to be coaching in that? That was the most intensely played title game I've ever seen.
Hey, my hat's off to Coach Bailey and his staff over there. What a bunch. We've seen them 3-4 times in the last 2 years. And they always play us to the end, man. And I got nothing but high respect for them. And the coaching atmosphere like this, title game with so much online, it's draining, guys. I'm drained.
We are too. I can't imagine. You know, it was a weird game because you guys gave yourself so many opportunities. You shot it well from outside. You made some opportunities, but boy, the free throw line was a struggle all night until the end. And oddly enough, you seal it away there.
Guys, that's so gut-wrenching. I tell you, we work our butts off and play so hard and then get to the free throw line and miss the bunnies. But as you stated, the last minute and 2 in the game, they made them when they counted most, and that was the difference. No, that was the difference in the ball game, is like making free throws down the stretch.
No doubt. And you guys answered it every time, Coach. I mean, each team never got away from the other one. I mean, you get 5, 6, 7 points, but when they started pulling away, Caraway got a little run there for them. Yeah. You guys had a great response.
Yeah, we knew we had to play to the final buzzer. Number 3, 22. I hate 5 got hurt. I hope he's okay. Yeah. My hat goes off to him and his family, but what a bunch over there, man. I'm just so proud of my kids and perseverance. They just refuse to lose. We've worked so hard to get here. And, you know, people said we couldn't do it under my leadership, and here we are. So I'm thankful.
Shirt says it all. It's your time. Congratulations, Coach.
It's our time.
That's right.
Go enjoy it.
All right,
Congrats
thank
again.
you. It's our winning coach, Bryant Basemore. And, man, what a performance by his Seminoles. A 4-point game, and again, I mean, we never had anybody separated, I don't think, by more than 7 maybe in the whole game.
7 was the largest. The pace, you could see the physicality. That was the name of the game throughout, Justin. It really was a riveting game. Back and forth, it kept going. It was the 3-ball from Birch that kept things alive, and Caraway nearly gave Melbourne a huge lift there late in the game. It just wasn't enough, but it was the play of MJ Washington that got things done, and the free throws at the end to seal the deal. What a job from Washington and company. And Osceola wins their 7th state title in school history. They're now 7 of 8 on trips to the state title. We're here with our MVP, Ozarka College MVP, as a matter of fact, MJ Washington. MJ, I got to ask you, the timeout was called. You were fouled. A free throw wins it. What's going through your head?
I was confident I was going to get 1 at least. I wasn't going over 2 at the line. So once I got that 1, I heard the fans go crazy. We came out with the win.
When you guys got down, how did you guys respond? I mean, you guys just play. I mean, you guys get after it. There is no letdown with your team. It's incredible.
Yes, sir. We running. All through the game, we running. So when we got down, we gelled together all year, so we knew it wasn't going to be nothing to come back. We fight together. They was up 10 on us when we played them our first time this year, and with like 43 seconds left, when we came back and won the game. And I knew then we were special.
Defensively, it was such an intensely played game. I mean, really, neither team could operate. I mean, we saw scrums out here like a rugby game. You ever been involved in a game like that was that hotly contested and intense?
The last time we played them, it was like that. It was like that last time we played them.
I mean, every time you guys go inside, it was, I mean, hard to finish at the basket. You don't know where guys are coming from. I mean, the arms flailing around. It's like everybody was playing with 8 dudes.
Yeah.
What's it like? I mean, it's crazy being in a game like that, right?
It was rough.
I was impressed with your three-point shooting down the stretch, making big shots. Was that a confidence thing for you? Were you wanting to defeat it to you?
Yes, sir. Once I see my first one go in, it's going to be a long night. That's what I always say.
Well, listen, congratulations. Go celebrate with your team.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Awesome. It's our Ozarka College MVP, MJ Washington, and what a performance by Osceola. And look, I love it when Coach Bazemore is giving love to the other team because both teams were spectacular. That was just really an incredibly well-played game by both teams.
You hated to see anybody lose that, right? It was that kind of a game. It was Osceola, though, that down the stretch made the shots that mattered most, the free throws that mattered most when they were tough to come by. And for all intents and purposes, MJ Washington knocked things down.
I think we're all tuckered out. That was something. Let's take before we get out of here, I want to tell you about our friends at Image One. And again, championship gear is going to be available here. Looking for
championship apparel and memorabilia for this season are available at ArkansasHighSchoolSports.com. And so all you Osceola fans, get on, click the link, and go ahead and get that apparel. Here's what we got ahead. Looking forward to tomorrow, a good one. D. Queen and Pulaski Academy, the Friday noon game. To follow Morrilton Mills, that should be awesome. And then the nightcap, Greene County Tech, Farmington in the girls match at 6 p.m. The 5A boys, Benton and Maumelle. They'll segue into our Saturday matchup. Those will be fun as well. But for my partner, Justin Acree, the rest of our wonderful production crew here, I'm JB Brazil saying so long from Banco's EK Arena. Day one has concluded, and Osceola is your 3A state champs. You've been watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.